What is going on, guys? Custody TCG here, back with another Clover Pit gameplay. If you like the content, consider dropping a like, maybe even a comment saying SpaghettiOs, and a subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I also want to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you so much for your support, and enjoy the exclusive weekly videos. We just uploaded a exclusive Clover Pit video, so if you want to check that out, member join is below. All right, so today we are in the mood to do a screen addiction hard run, just because screen addiction has to, or the whole point of only having one round in the deadline means that you have to be very careful on how you spend your charm money. So what we're gonna do is pull out all the limbs, definitely go for some luck-based items right off the bat. Lucky cat, I don't know. Maybe? Sure, let's grab it. Ooh, that's good. Probably gonna be seeing a lot of cherries, right? Do we need more spins? Probably not. Let's go ahead and grab the cherries and then hope that this is gonna be enough here. So we're at 20 spins. Let's go gambling. See how we do here. 20 spins should be enough to have the green pepper trigger at least once, hopefully. Not looking good. Oh, there's the green pepper, and we hit cherries. Nice. This might end up being a cherries build, we'll have to see. Another green pepper. Another green pepper, there we go. Another green pepper. I forget what our requirement is. I think we've made our requirement, so I think we're good. You might look for the skull in the shop, just to have for next deadline. Get those extra charm slots. Okay, so let's go ahead and top off. Don't deposit all the way. All right, so we're gonna need 4 coins to complete. So let's go ahead and look for some items that can help us out here. I might grab the bell. Where is the skull? Okay, maybe we'll grab the stain. Doesn't hurt to have some scaling charms. And of course, there you are. Give me the 5 tickets. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that, so let's do an obsessive trait, and let's not make a mistake we made in the past. Let's put the green pepper in the drawer. And then we'll go ahead and add the obsessive trait, and it hits the cherries. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna need a ticket to get Mr. Skull here. We only have enough money for 15 spins, so let's hope for the best here. That's why I like this memory card. Makes you really think things through. Only have one shot to clear the deadline. Also makes higher score runs a little bit more fun. You know, things like weird clock are fun to do if you're just trying to score really high, but I think they can take some of the fun out of the game. Okay, we should for sure be able to clear this. We'll get a couple tickets. Ooh, just almost a natty 7 jackpot? Well, we'll definitely take that monies. Okay. So we're gonna buy you. Maybe we'll buy the red pepper since we lost our luck item, and let's see what we get. Excuse me. See what we get in the drawers. $666 is unlocked. I don't think we're going to be going white telephone ability. Clicker is good, especially if we stick with cherries. Mushrooms is also good. Lemon modifier. Not gonna want either of these. And I think I'm gonna use my 2 tickets to reroll here. There we go. So it's half the base chances of clovers and bells, just to make our cherries more common. And we're not gonna have any tickets to spend here, so let's go ahead and top off and make as much money as we can. Since we know we can clear the deadline, let's go for the 4 ticket 10 spin option. I don't think that's a bad way to go, just to get our economy in a better place. And can we get anything though here? There we go. Retriggers will help with our cat and our scaling charms, so Clicker's putting in some decent work. Although we want to see less lemons, more cherries, please. Okay. Let's take a look and spend a little here. Not going to be able to afford you, Mr. Telephone or Megaphone. Ooh, a fruit basket. There's nothing that we really want to throw away, though. Sad you have the obsessive trait on it, because if you didn't, we could have bought you, but still pretty cool. Bell pepper is one of my favorite charms. I think it's probably better than the red pepper. So before I do any more respinning, we're going to wait until next deadline. Okay, what do we got? A thimble. And honestly, there's some decent things in there. I also see a fortune teller in the shop. Let's go ahead and net some tickets. I'm glad all those netted us something, and let's do 1 reroll here. Alright, sure. We'll double the values of cherries and lemons. What does that bring us to? Yeah, not too much, but I didn't want to spend any more tickets spinning down. Vine soup is good. So is fortune teller. Oh, man. Let's see. Maybe I'll throw away the cat. We'll grab fortune teller, then do some respins here to get our whatchamacallit, bell pepper scaled up. What are we at? So 2 more respins. Ooh, well, this is a good shop to end on. Let's go ahead and deposit here. And let's do our 21 spins and sit back and enjoy the show. Alright. See that bell pepper trigger. Ooh, nice. The re-triggers plus the fortune teller are just a very nice wombo combo. There we go. Oh, we hit lemons. Boo. Fortune teller's a little bit better on this deadline because the chances of us... Stinky Satan. Basically, each deadline is 1 charge from the fortune teller. Unless we extend our deadline somehow. Man, our bell pepper triggers keep throwing up 6s. No, no, no. We did see cherries, which is good. Ooh, there we go. That's what we've been wanting. That was a very nice jackpot. Okay, not too shabby. Get our 2 tickets for our property certificate. So let's go ahead and Go like this, go like this, and now we have an extra charm space, so we'll see if the drawers have anything interesting for us. There's a megaphone, cat food, bear thrum, nuke button, and we got some interesting stuff, don't we? So let's definitely pull out the bear thrum. We're not gonna have enough tickets to get the megaphone, I think. But we can make 2 Lucky Charms in the store free and then set our tickets to 0. So check this out. What if we go like this? We throw these 2 away. We buy you and buy you. And then we go like this. And we make the megaphone free. Big brain activities here. Then we'll buy the jar of eyes to the drawer, throw it away, net 2 tickets. Throw you away. We're gonna buy you to the drawer. Throw you away. Store you to the drawer. Then pull you out. We might as well get some value off of double dinging the bell, right? I don't see why not. We didn't do enough respinning for our bell pepper, did we? So this might be a pretty boring deadline. We'll see, though. Cherries are showing up a decent amount, though, which is nice. Keep her going. There we go. Some more symbol value scaling. We'll always take that. Same with the pattern scaling from the fortune teller. So we're probably going to want to look for cherries appear more often in the next telephone ability. So that way we can rely less, I suppose, on the bell pepper. Or we could prioritize charm spaces as well. So we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and swap you with bear thrum, swap you with megaphone, and then we will go ahead and move on to the next round here. Anything else we want to get rid of? No. All right, so let's take a gander in here. Okay, there's a shoe, so we can start generating economy. Charm space is definitely on the list of priorities. We might spend all of our tickets here on a reroll. Oh man. Shoo. That was pretty lucky. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we can pull you out. Now we have a way to generate tickets. There's the nuke button. Is it worth spending 2 tickets to recharge this right now? I don't think so. I think we want to find a charm that might help us, like Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts will just help with scaling up our value. It's not really the best move, but we do get 21 spins per deadline. So in essence, it's actually not that bad. Let's get our luck up. So we're at 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right, max luck. I guess we don't really need to top off here. We don't really care that much about interest, but it's fine. Ah yes, let the tickets start flowing. We still haven't found a Bissu cardboard house yet, so we still have an opportunity to get 2 more charm spaces, which we will always take when we can. Our fortune teller is also close to being rotated out. I think after this, either 1 or 2 more deadlines. So we could look for a Virago to reset it. But when we're looking for charms, we want to wait till the beginning of the round, as we still rely on the bell pepper for getting those jackpots. 6-7. Everyone's favorite. Here it is. Nope. Just check testa. That meme just referenced me. If you didn't get that meme, then you're definitely a lot younger than I am. Okay, sure, why not? We'll take a 7s jackpot. Also, we couldn't get it earlier, but we want to keep our eyes open for vine soup as well. Vine soup and mushroom are fantastic friends. Alright, so our economy's looking pretty solid. Considering that we do have more charm spaces, I may want to find something like a... what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Forgive me. Alright, we should have a red telephone ability here. There is a fruit basket, so let's go ahead and buy that. Definitely gonna want that. What are you at? We can throw you away. Sheep stonks. Let's just leave him in the drawer to potentially find something that can help us out. You know what? This will help our bell pepper trigger more often. We can always rotate out of it later. I know we got you, but you aren't necessary to keep around. I also know that the megaphone is out, so when I remove that, we will have more charm spaces. There's the cardboard house, but we want to find the Abyssu first. How do we want to do this? What direction will the game give us here? I just spent all my tickets on the cigarettes. I thought we had way more tickets than we actually had. Alright, let's take a look at the phone abilities. Maybe we can decrease the chances of diamonds. Oh, perfect. So we do this ability twice with the megaphone out. Love that. Our pepper's at full luck. We're at 11 out of 13 charms. Our bell is not recharged. I know we've passed up on opportunities to recharge it with the battery, so let's not forget that again. Also, we should look for maybe a Cherry's photograph, which just came into existence. I'm sure I've passed it at some point, or the vine soup as well. We don't have enough tickets right now, but after this round, we will. All right. Top off here, don't end. We want that vine soup, and let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Photograph isn't as good. When there's only one round in a deadline, but it makes our cherries more consistent showing up and scales the value of our symbols. Like, sign me up. There's our bell pepper trigger. Let's hit cherries. Yes. That's exactly what we wanted. Generated a hefty amount of tickets there. Cherries and lemons, I feel like, have the most support in this game. They're not as strong as clovers or bells, but they're definitely very fun. Those jackpots coming in, baby. We got all the good scaling charms, too. As long as we keep increasing cherry chance, we can eventually rotate out of the bell pepper and horseshoe, but it's a little too early to do so right now. Diamonds. Still gave us a decent chunk of change, we'll take it. That's why it's nice to have the scaling charms, because sometimes when you don't hit your symbol, you'll still score pretty decent. And our 666 chance is pretty low, so we're looking pretty good for not potentially losing our cash stack, but if we do, we will definitely be... You know, it'll be harder to get our money back because we're relying on the scaling, right? Alright, so... Oh man, I thought we had vine soup on the table. We don't yet. So you're about to die. Let's throw you away. We'll put you in the drawer. We'll grab vine soup, and then we'll pull out the megaphone in preparation of next round. We're definitely going way past completing the round. Oh, there's a Virago. Too late. What do we got in here? Let's do a little digging, shall we? You can see if there's any world where we hard spin for a Barathrum if we can find that cherries appear more often. There's double the value. I'm fine with blowing through most of our tickets here just because... Ooh, actually, we're gonna grab the obsessive trait and it hit 2 charms that we're not planning on getting rid of. So that's pretty good. I suppose we could look for a Barathrum to store for next round to look for cherries appear more often. I also want to look for a battery to recharge everything. Also, Evil Deal, I think, is going to be a replacement here. Let's see. Go like this. Throw you away. Grab Evil Deal. Do we need Stain anymore? Not necessarily. So I think we're going to throw him away. You can always grab him again. He's easy to find. He did a lot of work for us early on. Abstract painting is also good. Maybe we do just ditch the photograph. It's not as effective in this kind of run. There's the battery we were looking for. Throw you out, and let's go gambling, shall we? Fake money gambling YouTube algorithm. I'll say it every time. And the nuke and the bell aren't absolutely necessary to have around, but they're good until we find something like the pee-pee jar, or sorry, the poo-poo jar, which will help us with our re-triggers. We also have insane scaling right now, so our scores should be ridiculous. Oh no, are we not at max luck? Are we at like 14? Oh, we're at 12. We weren't at max luck. Darn. That's okay. As long as we can generate some more tickets, that's all that I'm really concerned about right now. Also, not getting a 666 on the last spin of the round. With our obsessive traits, even if we see one pattern, we still get a guaranteed mushroom trigger, which is nice. Now we're scoring in the billies. $100 bill, nice. Now that we got our evil deal too, the odds of us seeing a 666 have doubled, so we gotta keep that in mind. Alright, we avoided a 666 on the last spin, we're good. Alright, we're approaching E levels here shortly, which is good. And we are going to do our swap here. And maybe before we look at the phone abilities, we'll see if we can find a Barathrum. Let's top off here. Don't end the round, custody. Nice and slow. There we go. And Fortune Teller has graced us again with its presence. Okay. So hear me out here. Dark Lotus gives us a hefty amount of multiplier, and with the Evil Deal, that seems pretty good. Okay. So let's see here. Let's think things through a little bit. Things that we need. Do we need the belt? No, we don't need it. Which in turn means that we don't need the nuke, because we don't have anything else. However, I'm going to store the nuke in case we find something that's going to change our perspective on that. Okay, so we're at 12 of 13 charms now, which allows us to buy a Fortune Teller, and we can just have this line up and keep the nuke on deck. Now, let's do our respinning to scale the bell pepper. We have so much money that, in essence, we should have no issues finding a Barathrum. There we go. So let's go ahead and store a couple things and prep. You got 8 rounds left, basically 8 deadlines, so Fruit Basket even more OP. Alright, we need cherries appear more often. Can we get there? We got there. Whew. Okay. So what are we at? 61%, not bad. Now let's put our megaphone away. And it's time to cook. I'm excited to see how our scoring's looking here. It's nice not have to rely not having to rely heavily on the nuke button to have like a high successful score. So see how we're doing here. See how we scale up. And if we do hit a 666 early on, we are not too bothered. We know we're going to clear the deadline. It's just hitting a 666 on the last spin can hurt us, but our interest should still help us push over to the next deadline. So our nice little jackpot. Let's check our speed settings here. All right, let's speed it up a bit, shall we? Let's check out the max speed. All right, changing the max speed got me a 6.7. All right, let's see how fast this goes. Oh, wow, that was fast. For the content, so you guys don't get bored in scoring animations, we keep going. Keep the dopamine flowing. All right, we should definitely be hitting the E's here. This deadline, I'm pretty certain. Unless we just get extremely unlucky. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's the 666, but it's not on the last spin, so we're not too bothered. Pretty much make it all back here. Let's see if we get back into the E's just from this jackpot. Oh yeah, E14. All right, we're gonna take this one as far as we can go. This is gonna be a custody special. This is gonna be probably a long episode, but it's one of my days off from work, so we have the luxury of being able to record this as long as we want it to go. Free pattern symbol there just gave us E14. All these obsessive traits are really helping with the fortune teller as well. We're going to be so wealthy that we can just keep spinning for Barathrums and keep increasing the value of cherries, or their commonness, and then doubling them, and then copying those effects. And oh man, this is going to be a long run, I think. Okay. We're not going to be skipping any deadlines because we ain't no wimps here. Ooh. I was going to say maybe we should be waiting to respin until next deadline, but, you know, finding that makes things pretty interesting. Do I need to clear anything out from here? Let's go ahead and go bop. Bop. Boom. Ow. Okay. I'm not going to grab my award yet, so I don't accidentally leave the building. Alright, Clover Pot is also pretty good. We still haven't found our Abyssu and Cardboard House, so we should probably do that. We got the Stinker Red Phone ability because we hit a 666. I forgot about that. Alright, so... Gosh. What are we going to do here? Abstract painting. What else were we using? Shoe, yeah. Okay, let's leave everything in the drawer until we find something that can help us. We are good with respinning aggressively here to continue scaling our pepper. Virago. Virago is interesting. So, I know Clover Pot's good, guys, but I'm going to throw it away. And what are you at? 20%? So I'm going to buy you to the drawer and then reset that pretty soon. There's Cardboard House again. We want the Abyssu, though. So we should definitely be maxed on our pepper. I think with how wealthy we are, we can afford to get a little crazy here. There is a Clover Pit Gambler, but I'm not at the point where I want to get rid of my bell pepper and the horseshoe just yet, just because we're just shy of 69%. Nice. I want to be something like 80% before I rotate out of the bell pepper. Raging Capitalist is good, but it's not really helpful to us right now. I did see the very big mushroom, but I don't think it's necessary right now as well. We want to get the rest of our 2 charm slots. Yeah, we've barely put a dent into our money here, so let's just keep on searching. We want to save some tickets for telephone abilities. Finally. And caught me, mid drinking my water. Alright, I think I'm comfortable with getting rid of the nuke now. Call me crazy, but we're gonna do it. Alright, see if we can find the Cardboard House now. I am totally fine with continuing the search here. And Poo Poo Jar makes an appearance, but I think we have deviated away from that. There's the Cardboard House. Ugh, fantastic. Okay. Man, this run is shaping up to become quite the beast. Alright, so we've got 2 more charm spaces. We're gonna pull back out our Lotus. What's our Lotus at, just out of curiosity? Also, what are you at? 7 rounds left? We don't have to worry about Virago setting you for a while. Yeah, you're at 47. You're still kind of in the same ballpark, so we might replace you with something down the line. And we have this free charm space, but none of this we want on the table, so let's go ahead and add a couple things. Clover Pot, we can actually add to the table now. Fake Coin, why not? We'll take some extra turns as they come. We could grab Weird Clock, but you guys already heard my thoughts on that. Okay, inventory full. Is there anything that I bought that I don't want out here? I guess I'll just throw you away. We'll grab you for more pattern multipliers because you effectively give us double. And then we're gonna need a lost wallet too, just because our pattern multiplier is a little weak, so I'm fine with rotating out of something, perhaps the horseshoe, because then we'll still have the bell pepper. And yes, guys, I do see some of the OP charms that I know would make this run go even more crazier, but I'm not going to go that route. Okay. So we could store Clover Pot, buy you. We're not digging too much into our money. Lost wallet. So we were saying we're gonna get rid of you, right? Grab the lost wallet, so that increases our pattern multipliers to 16, which is fantastic. And then we can just keep all these in the drawer, and then we'll just try to remember to swap out the Clover Pot before we move on to the next deadline so we can get some more tickets. All right, so let's see how we're looking now. I'm sure our scoring is going to be quite beastly. We're going to start off with a 666, not quite. Cherries are definitely the main star of the show now, which means as we continue to increase cherry chance, we can eventually or finally get rid of the bell pepper. Find something that'll be a little bit more beneficial to us. We may be hitting natural cherry jackpots here soon, which would be nice. As you can see, though, our scaling charms are very important. And I think that having our pattern multipliers increase with Clover Pet and Lost Wallet is definitely helping us as well. On top of Fortune Teller scaling up our patterns, which hit our pattern multipliers. Oh, man. Screen Addiction's a good memory card. Especially if you start off pretty well, because then you don't have to think about rounds or super scaling. It's just like, oh, can I clear this deadline? Yes. The answer is always yes. Unless you hit a 666 on the last spin and don't have enough interest to clear the round. Which, knowing my luck, might happen, but we'll see. I think having Evil Deal makes that less likely. I think as long as we top off before we spin, we're going to be in good shape. Nice little jackpot. Keep her going. Last spin. All right, E20. Not bad. We are not skipping deadlines, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to keep this going. All right. So, what we could do, we can consider rotating out of the testes here. I think I like having this. Also, I don't know. So what we'll do for now is we'll just min-max. We're not going to throw away anything. We'll pull out the Clover Pot, net 62 tickets. Then we'll swap you for Barathrum. Guess it doesn't matter what we grab. We'll grab you for Megaphone. Alright. Our cherries appear more often. Search continues, or do we double the value? Alright, screw it. We're going to go double the value, and we're going to double up on it. So yeah, 23,000 per cherry. If you ask me, is pretty good. 6 rounds left. 15% left. We can keep the Virago on deck. Okay. Pull out our testes. Let's go ahead and respin here. and get our bell pepper online. And let's go ahead and try to find another Barathrum as well to save for next round. Beautiful. Not making me go too deep for it, as per usual. That's what she said. Okay. In again we go. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we stir up now. Testes aren't as effective as they were earlier, and I'm sorry for those of you who don't understand. Testes are what I call the golden cherries, but because they just scale by their base value each time we get a golden cherry trigger, but I don't know, there's something satisfying about seeing the number go up, but there's definitely something else that we could probably put in there that would be more effective. We do want to keep generating tickets, and if we happen to hit a 666 during our deadlines, then we could always increase our tickets via the red telephone ability, and that will also help with increasing our scaling. Not quite at the point yet where we want to get out of our bell pepper, even though it's triggering half as much as previous of having the bell pepper. And I don't think we had a bell pepper trigger there, so that was just a natural jackpot. We'll take that. Six spins after this. Keep the scaling going. I probably should get the very big mushroom, even though we only have one round each deadline. Maybe we can swap out the mushrooms for the very big mushroom. That's a decision I would be fine with. E18 on bells, sure. Alright. See if we end above E21. Not quite, but... Alright, what is our fortune teller at? I think I'm fine with resetting it now. So... let's do a few things here. You know what? I think it's time to officially say goodbye to the bell pepper. We're gonna do that. Oops, I pulled that out too early. We're gonna swap you with Virago. Where is our fortune teller? There you are. Throw you away. Throw away our Virago. So now this will be back at 25%. And we pull out the clover pot to push into next round. Get 110 tickets. Very nice. 96 pattern multiplier. Also, this is probably something we can get rid of now too. So I'm actually just gonna throw it away right off the bat. Let's swap you with Megaphone. All right. What kind of shenanigans? We could obsessive trait, but we're just gonna look for cherries. There we go. And now we don't have to worry about doing too many respins in the shop for what we're looking for, but we do have a charm space that needs filling. And I suppose we can grab Poo Poo Jar in the meantime, although it's not going to be a staple because I don't want to rework into a red button build. Let's see if we can find another Barathrum. Actually, let's pop off here first. Not like we're going to be spending down this much to find a Barathrum, because we are so wealthy that it should be quite easy to find one. There we go. And interest isn't at the point that we care about it too much right now. All right, so let's go again, shall we? Get one poo-poo jar trigger for 21 spins, but I think that's worth. We'll find something to replace it. E12 on the first spin. All right, there goes our E21 stack, but I'm not too concerned. As our scaling continues to go up through these rounds, we should get close back to that number, if not higher than it. Breaking the audio with 100 transition speed. $14 spins. Yeah, we're doing just fine without the bell pepper. Although getting jackpots is going to be a little bit tougher, but we just keep increasing the chances of cherries to appear. I also noticed we have the clover pot still on the table, so effectively we do have another open charm space because we only need that out when we push through the next deadline. Let's keep on generating as much tickets as we can. We will also consider taking more obsessive traits. And then when we see a very big mushroom, we're probably going to grab that as well. 666 here is fine. We should get back to E17 relatively quickly. Yep, just like that. Close to a jackpot, but not quite. Let's just keep avoiding Satan, especially on the last spin. If he hits on the last spin, we're going to be a little bit sad. Ooh, a natural jackpot. We'll definitely take that. Be back into E21 here, if not E22. Game lag, we love it. Yep, there's the E22. Oh, don't do it to us. Okay, close. Just don't do it to us on next spin. Oh, got scared there for a second. We clenched a little bit. Let's keep her going. This run is shaping up to be quite fun. Well, it's a good thing we had the briefcase on deck, because we could have just grabbed that to help secure the run if we hit a 666 on the last spin. We have Megaphone Barathrum, we have Clover Pot on the table. Let's just go like this, just to set ourselves up. Swap you. 154 tickets. Not bad. All right. We did hit a 666. So now this is where we can consider taking the crazy ticket increases. And yes, I know I could have left my interest in the drawer, but I'm not really... I didn't really realize that we were going to get a red telephone ability, and at the same time, I'm a casual gamer. Alright, guys? Cut me some slack. There you go. We're at 13,000 tickets. Let's just store the clover pot so then we can have a general idea of how many charm spaces we have available. Pull you guys back out. So 1 charm space, also poo-poo jar is replaceable. But if we see a battery before we find something to replace it, do that. Let's buy the Virago. What are you at? 20%. So we're gonna store the Virago, can reset you again as needed. Actually, what's our fruit basket at? Just so I have to think about it less, let's go ahead and reset the fruit basket. So now we got 10 more deadlines with that. And we can't respin, actually. I forgot I got rid of all my monies. Oh, wait. That might actually be a problem now that I think about it. Oh, boy. Our spins, we're only going to have 1 spin. Can we get enough, though, to clear the deadline? And I think it's possible. Oh, no. Did I just screw up the entire run? Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness. All right, maybe we don't pick that ticket doubling effect anymore, because we might have just hurt ourselves doing that. All right, 2,600 tickets from Cloverpot. Nice. All right, so let's... Our respins are getting a little bit more expensive now, so we aren't necessarily going to have the luxury of looking for Bearthrums. And sweet, Cherries is in the shop. Let's do our 3 respins here. See if anything stands out. We still have the poo-poo jar. And I honestly think I'm just going to take the cat food, because I think the cat food is better than the poo-poo jar at this point. Well, we don't need to throw away anything just yet, but let's see if we can find... Ooh. Briefcase is pretty good, so this brings us immediately up to E17. Definitely gonna store you. Ancient Coin gives us extra turns, which is also extra scaling, so sure, why not? Okay, so we deposit here. All right, let's see how we're looking. E15 on the first spin, not bad. Need to be E18, which is not going to be an issue for us, depending on what Satan has in store for us. Keep spamming. Nice. Ooh, I thought we were gonna get a natural jackpot there. Not quite. $666. Nope. All right. So now we just need to keep dodging the 666 on the last spin, because now our scaling will get us above the deadline requirement. And we should keep our eyes open for doubling effects now for cherries. So we are seeing them quite frequently, so we might as well increase the value of them. We still need a very big mushroom too, I think. I think that will be very good for us. E23, nice. E24, do we just get an E every spin? That would be nice. Oh, E23. We'll definitely get E25 here. Nice. 666, not quite. 4 spins left. Be gracious to us, Satan. I think even if we do hit a 666, our interest is still going to get us through. 27. No way it happens on the last spin. Oh, and no, this is the second to last spin. All right, we're good. I was like, are you serious? Like, what are the odds? All right, E27. Cherries to the moon. You want to pull you out? What are we going to swap you with? I guess ancient coin. Ancient coin's disposable as well. We're going to need to find something for that. What are you at now? 10%? Actually, let's go ahead and Virago now. Just so we see more chain modifiers. Pull out the clover pot. Let's get our free tickets. 2,900 tickets, don't mind if I do. Erythrum in the home shop. Okay, jeez. That is pretty lucky. Alright. Another red phone ability, I forgot about that. Alright, do we take the risk again and double our tickets? Why not? Let's top off to the max interest, and let's go for it. We like living on the edge here. Only get one spin, but we hope it sure is a very good one. And considering how many tickets we have, I think we shouldn't have any issues here. Let's see if we can find something to potentially replace you. We could temporarily use this. Oh no, Poo Poo Jar is just going to be better to get a trigger on. Especially for only one spin. Alright. Is my megaphone still out? No. I didn't get rid of it, right? Okay, we're good. Ooh, and cat food gives us an extra spin, which is... or extra 2 spins, which I almost forgot about. E17. Nice. E18. Oh wow, we made it thanks to the interest. Alright, we can't afford to take those doubling tickets anymore with our scaling charms. No Baratherm for us. Let's, what do we want to do here? Well, let's definitely pull out Megaphone for something. Yes, more cherries more often. So we're at 84%. Not too bad. Did we skip the deadline without pulling out our clover pot? I can't remember. Alright. We're gonna really need to make some magic happen here. I accidentally deposited one too many, which means we lose one spin, which could make or break this run. So let's see. Got the ancient coin for the extra turn, so we'll always take that. And maybe we hit a jackpot here after the ancient coin trigger. That would be nice. Or a 666. Okay. Better earlier than later. Alright, they're all starting to pile up now. I think we can get there, and we just need to avoid as many 666s as we can. We're looking good so far. This is promising. What was the requirement? Like E26? We're on the right path. E23. There we go. There's a jackpot. E24. We just get an E every scoring. That would be ideal. E25. Just short of a jackpot there. We're gonna have to look at our pattern scoring multipliers after this, because I've been getting so many fortune teller triggers. Jackpot. Beautiful. Breaking the game. Love to see it. E27. Alright. Stay away, Satan. Keep it going. Keep it going. Ooh. Any E29ers? Oh man, the quietness there of the game made me think I was going to get a 666. E29. Great. Okay. Alright, Satan. The turn before the last spin, just don't hit me with the double whammy. Ooh, and we end on the jackpot. Okay. We should be like at E29 or E30 here, hopefully. Yeah. Alright. Getting by the skin of our teeth. Alright, let's not forget to have Clover Pot out. You can still get rid of Ancient Coin for something else. What are we at now? E39. We will see a red telephone ability. We did see a 666. Let's go through our free respins. We're not going to be able to utilize any paid respins. Ooh, very big mushroom has made its arrival. Okay, so maybe we get out of baby mushroom and we get into big mushroom. Seems reasonable to me. 84% chance. Pull out the megaphone. What do we even want? Definitely don't want to get rid of our tickets or our money. Sure. Let's just decrease you. Does that scale us up? Like, maybe by like 1%? That's wild. Okay. I gotta swap you with the megaphone, that's right. Alright, let's deposit all of our money, and then see if we can clear this deadline. I think with a very big mushroom, our scaling is going to get wild, especially since it's the last charm we've added to the table. E18 on the first spin is looking good. E19. E20. We need to get to E38. We need very big mushroom to kick into overdrive. And I hope getting rid of the mushrooms doesn't hurt us. Little mushrooms, but it doesn't look like it is. Almost a natural jackpot. E24, good. I think with how many spins we have, this is very doable. I forgot to put the clover pot away for the fake coin, but that happens. We honestly don't want to see any 666s because that prevents our chance from scaling our scaling charms and our very big mushroom. Ooh, that hurts. We will make all the money back though, but we lose progress on our scaling. E27, we gotta get to E38, I'm pretty certain. E29. We can get at least one E on each of these spins. I think we can do it. E31. E32. Don't do it. Don't do it. Whew. I don't know. We're going to be cutting it close, I'm pretty sure. No, don't do it. Oh man, Satan's been teasing us this deadline. No, don't do it. Satan, why are you doing this to us? You know, if I had the fake coin, it's very likely that having that extra spin could have actually helped me get to the next deadline. I mean, Cloverpot isn't doing anything for us until the deadline is over. What was the requirement? E39? No! Alright, let's see if we can find a briefcase. Oh, we don't have enough to respin! Okay, load the drawers. Can we escape? Yeah! Thank you guys so much for watching. I've honestly been loving doing YouTube, and I'm passionate about making these videos every day. So if you watched all the way to the end, help me out with a subscribe, and maybe drop a Bing chilling in the comments if you watched all the way to the end. You know, shout out John Cena, you can't see me, but we will see you in the next one. A peace.